since we didn't really hit 50 views on that video, at least we got 5 likes, which is huge. And then now it's time to make the useful facts video. Let's get started on the first fact. Fact number 1. You can attack to certain objects. Melee or melee, I don't know how to pronounce it. Range hitbox can connect to parts of like structures or building or something. So you can hit the enemies, but they can't hit you. Like example, a wolf is like stuck in a house or something, and then you're outside of the house. You can like use a spear to somehow kill it, even though you're not even in the house. That's actually a good glitch, letting you survive nights longer. And sometimes if you are too close, it can hit you, but that's only some parts. Okay, next part or fact I meant is a useful one. It's called a spear circling. You can use it with axe or any weapon that's melee. And I'm gonna show you how to do it in a bit. Here's a clip of someone doing spear circling. Credits to the owner of that video. Next fact. The deer has a specific safe option interaction. High rooftops, some barn position, and watchtower railing can prevent it attacks so it can't from reaching you. So if your fire ever goes down, and then the deer like hungry, go to a high ground as soon as possible before night, because the deer can't get there. Like example, a tree house, but it can also work with normal houses and bathrooms. So it's a good survival trick if your fire ever goes down. But some wolves can spawn during the night, so be careful about that. Next facts. You can use enemy pathfinding against cultists. Narrowing the routes enemies can take towards your campfire make defensive structures dramatically more effective than simply surrounding the entire base with random walls. And this next one is also close to that topic, which is making a pathway to escape. You know when you're building log wall and it's like surrounded, and then what if, let's say, something got inside and you're just stuck there, you can't get out? Well, that's bad. So you would have to make a pathway to survive, like using shelves or climbing on top of the log wall if you're close enough to do that. Oh yeah, and sometimes cultists can glitch inside the log walls and get inside your base, which is a bad thing, and some cultists can deal damage. Log wall base is a good way to prove what with the first fact, because you can attack to certain objects. it doesn't really work when it's like really thick though. That's why it says 10. Anyways, moving to the next fact. A shell can be used as a combat barrier, which is actually a lie. Some people say that just because they can use like long walls, which is true, but race cultists can easily get through that. So it's not really an efficient way. Most players would just spend their scraps by building a shelf wall. I use shelf space, but that's actually not a good idea. And since that base is like really thin, cultists can get you. Can still get you. Next fact. Gun reloads can be manipulated by weapon switching. If you don't know what weapon switching is during a reload, it can reduce the downtime of that bullet. Like example, this is reloading. Meanwhile, when it's reloading, I'm gonna use another weapon. So that's how to do it. Like, it's not really that good when you have barely any item or weapon, but it's really good if you already have like a rifle or something. So that is one of the best weapon combo. With the best weapon combo is probably fire crossbow plus rifle. It is really good. Next fact. Blocks caves can be exploited from outside or above. Rather than fighting everything inside a cramped cave, players can use elevated position and range to attack. Oh my god. Rather than fighting everything in a cramped cave, players can use elevated position and range attack to eliminate enemies with much less risk. Alright, so the next useful fact says don't waste your strongest weapons on weak enemies like wolf, groundhog, or like bunnies. That's dumb. Especially when you have like a rifle or some stuff. It's really not worth it. You should just use stuff like axe or like a revolver if you really want to, or like a spear. Next one. If you are playing with people like I am right now, it's better to split job. Like example, there should be one explorer, one person that chops wood, one person that gets food and bandage, and then an extra explorer, which is the best one in my opinion. Anyways, moving on to the next fact. Don't all carry the same resources. If you really need 2 resources, if you're playing duo with a friend, I recommend you guys to split job. Like example, one can be an explorer, but the other one also wants to be an explorer. That's fine. There should be one people that's gonna find wood not wood, fuel, and one person, the other one will find scrap and stuff. If there's 3 people, one could find weapons. Yeah, it's basically anything. Next fact. Keep emergency food or healing separate from your normal inventory. There's this thing called backpack, like this, and what you gotta do is like this. But then I have a weapon, and then I'm gonna put them in this section, like that. You could use it for healing item like bandage, because having healing items on your hotbar right now is really annoying and can mess you up. Next one. Learn enemy attack range instead of backing away randomly. Most range are kind of far, especially wolf range. The best range in the game is the bear, which has a really short range. It can attack you from literally any direction. It was just 1 centimeter, actually not even 1, just 1 inch away from you for no reason. The one that has another big hitbox is the ram, and also the cat entity. Anyways, next one is about the ram. The ram can actually chop down trees for you. Just if you are struggling to get wood, easy. Just go find the ram and then lure it to a big tree, and it will chop it down if the ram doesn't miss it. Another one. Don't chase fleeing enemies deep into the forest at night. The extra kill isn't worth losing your route to the camp. It's really risky, but if you are a pro like me, it's pretty easy. Just be careful. Next one. Before leaving the camp, know exactly what you're going for. Like example, you're going to get wood, and then you just got scrap. That's a bad thing, which is beginner mistakes. So it's a bad idea to do that. You should just ignore the stuff you are not going for and let the other person find it. Anyways, next one. Prioritize permanence or renewable advantage over temporary loot. Anything over temporary loot. Oh, I meant. Oh, what the? Anyways, prioritize permanence or renewable advantage over temporary loot. And anything that improves your long-term resource economy becomes increasingly valuable the longer the run lasts. The next one. Don't let your base become impossible to navigate. Like example, your fire goes out and you just go find to get wood or something. Then you completely forgot where your base direction is, which is why there is such thing called a compass in this game. which only costs 3 scraps, so it's a really good item. Buy it. Next one. During Dangerous Night, assign player's position. Everyone running around independently creates opening designed to defenders, make enemy wave much easier when someone is on control. Like if there's a cultist attack or like the deer is hungry, you should adjust your teammate and tell them what to do. Like example, at the cultist attack, one of you will target for the melee guy and one of you will attack the shooters. It's just so much better. Anyways, next one. After 50 nights, play for consistency rather than greed. After that point, one unnecessary risk adventure can erase hours of your progress in this game. Your best loot is often the loot you already have. If you're like in a really high night and you got pretty much everything, you don't need to go anywhere else. I recommend you building like a base instead and just stopping to survive longer, or find food and trap yourself in a tree house because I'm pretty sure wolf can't get you here if you just stuck here. Anyways, next one. The 100 plus mindset. Preserve the run above everything. Don't take the 70% chance of getting something valuable when you can take a 99% chance of a safe route and come back tomorrow. Over dozens of nights, this is an important rule to play the game. Next one. Your objective isn't survive the current night. Make sure tomorrow's run starts with the same resource and every player alive. Because the more player there is, the better it gets. Because all of you can probably survive 500 nights if you split the nights. What am I saying? It will get easier if you guys split roles. Well, that's all of the facts that I can find and think about. Oh yeah, this isn't copied or steal from someone else's video. And what video should I make next?